Yeah, guys. There we go. Basically, not really feeling it. Not really feeling it at all today. It's Monday. It's 21st of May, 5:23. What more can I say, really? I am absolutely 100% in a shit mood. I just sort of give the missus a kiss to leave the house and got elbowed in the face because it made her jump. The only cool thing, well, yeah, you can co-ask it was cool, is I didn't set an alarm last night and I just miraculously woke up again. I ain't gonna lie, guys, I'm almost in a position where I can't be asked to keep this up. And it's a shame because it'll just be another list of things that I've failed at, which make me feel good about myself. I don't know, guys. I'm just losing belief in all of this, really, if I'm honest. As much as I lost faith in, like, the system, if you want to say that, like, in regards to mental health, I think there's a lot of people out there that are trying to do well, and then there's a lot of people out there just for themselves. So I'm starting to think that maybe, yeah, fuck it, what's the point? What's the fucking point? I don't know, guys, I'm just really, really bummed out at the minute. So on that note, yeah, just kind of hope that I got my clocking in card, which I don't think I have, which is a good start. Just not feeling it, guys, absolutely really hockered, pissed off, fucked off, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I think I'm going to turn you lovely people off right here. It's just a drive to work. So guys, it's Monday morning. I'm hating life at the minute, guys, I ain't gonna lie. I'm struggling, and yeah, if it weren't for my old mate Sean really sort of saying this is the time you got a video. That's locked. Oh no.
Hose over them all night. Take all your paint off your car.
And yeah, seems like a trivial thing, but we got a fucking numpty cutting GRP mesh, which is basically fiberglass, right next to our cars. So my car ain't taking the brunt of it. My old mate Sean's black car was taking the brunt of it. I got a bit over the bumpers in it, but it's frustrating because people have no fucking respect for other people's belongings. Yeah, that's how happy we are today. Tell it how it is. Pretty much at the bottom again. Was in bed by about 5:30 yesterday on a Sunday with about 30-degree heat outside. It's gorgeous weather, and yeah, I thought the best thing for me was to just sort of call it a day and go to bed, guys. It was either that or the anger that was pent up inside and just brewing, if you want to say that, was enough to either make me want to hurt someone, hurt myself, or just do some outburst of something that would have just not really paid off. It wouldn't have helped the problems. Might have felt good for a split second of time, but it wouldn't have made me feel better in the long run. All of it, just all the little annoying things that are so trivial but yet bury their way deep into my consciousness and wind me up. To the point where really when I got home and had switched the cameras off, I could have punched myself in the head, I could have ripped my hair out, I could have picked up a sharp object and started just engraving something into my body or skin some way, just because the feeling of pain would have felt better. Taking my mind off of what was running around in it and maybe giving me a little bit of respite. However, I didn't do any of the above. I went outside, knelt on the floor and repeatedly punched a paving slab in a Wing Chun motion until I felt like the energy had gone, the destructive energy that is. So that was kind of good. Knuckles in bad shape, so my punches were good, relaxed and very good, but if anybody really that knows Wing Chun or anything, that's not really what I should be doing. Yeah, I did actually just get a message off of a girl on Twitter, Miss Anxiety. Thank you, Miss Anxiety, if you're watching this. Today, as you will have seen if you're watching these, it's been a bad one. I just read your message saying like you'll be looking forward to watching, and just reading your message picked me up a little bit, because as you will have seen, I'm kind of struggling really bad. So thank you, Miss Anxiety. I appreciate what you were doing, and I hope your voice is heard as well, because it could change lives, could change the longevity of people's lives as well. So, and that's what it comes down to, because like, I'm not going to stand here and say taking your own life is wrong or right or whatever, guys, but I know how, when it is bad, how it can be, I don't know, how it can be perceived that that is the only way out, or that's the best way out, or however you perceive it at that time. For people watching this and you've never been in that point in your life, then you're not going to understand what I'm on about, guys. If you've ever been in a position where you fought it, then you'll understand what I'm saying about. It isn't a decision to be thinking lightly, you know. Some people do it for the attention or just for the outcry. When you're in a position where you feel like that is the only logical explanation or answer, then that's a worrying thought, people. As is, like I have been in the last 48 hours, where self-harming isn't going to solve your problems. But if that at that time feels like the only logical explanation or activity that can stop you feeling the way that it is, who is it to say that that's wrong or right? Sometimes to feel pain makes you feel better about yourself, because it stops you being like irrational. And when you're in that mindset, it's hard to see anything other than that. Today, if I was having a conversation with somebody else trying to explain that, they'd think I'm just being childish or silly, or not being man enough. If they'd seen me yesterday, they would have probably said the same thing, because they can't see what's going on in here, and they can't see how much you're ripping your own person apart, and your own spirit and your own mentality. And if I could have ripped my skin off yesterday, guys, I would have just clawed it all off, because I didn't want it. Don't want this, you know. And it's kind of it's a very sketchy topic to be dealing with, people. And as I say, just within 6 hours, I've gone from being like, I ain't interested in this no more, to I need to go through this now with this camera, regardless if it makes the big picture or not. Because fundamentally, and nobody going to be doing it like I'm going to be doing it, people. And again, I cannot stress enough, this is just my opinion. So if it offends you, I'm sorry, guys, switch over, don't watch the vlog, go somewhere else. If you can relate then thank you for sticking it out and listening to what I have to say, because again, it is only my opinion, and it's a big old free world that we live in, and it seems funny that we can't feel free to express our opinions anymore. And again, it shouldn't be taken as wrong or right. It should just be accepted, and whether you agree or disagree, that's where you stand, you know. It's hard, it really is. Okay, so yeah, sorry it's cut short. Thought of I can't even think. My train of thought was a bit broken there. Back to work. That's it, guys. I'll see you in 2. It's as quick as this. And there you go. That's how quickly that day went. So we're here. We're leaving. Putting you in your little case. Moseying on up the road, guys. Sort of feeling a little bit closer to being happy, but far from it. Go for a viewing. So here I am again, guys. I'm back. Still haven't got a lot to do. There's a lot to say today. We just went and viewed a house that was all right. Estate agent didn't actually say a word. Like, didn't really feel like he was selling it. Yeah. Other than that, I'm going out. Go on, bro. Hello. Long time no see, Marcus.
How are we doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Yeah. I'd love to stay and chat, but shit's carnage. Oh. Seriously, guys, man. Like, headache. Stress. It's hard. Traffic's getting crazy around here, man. And then there's my mum on the left. She's all like shouted something at me. The guy that I was trying to catch up with on the right hand side must have thought, what the fuck's that crazy bitch on about? And I didn't have a chance to say nothing to my mum, so she's all probably like hating on me now. Even more so, guys, just reinforces the fact that I don't know if I can be arsed with this shit no more, man. I got enough shit. Too many problems, too much backstory. I got enough backstory to bore the arse off of a fucking donkey. But just crazy shit. I kind of feel like I owe it to the people that have inspired me. I kind of hope that some of the few people I've talked to and some of the people I've come across while doing this would want to see this to be like, you know, because I feel like I'd let them down if I don't get this online. I don't think that's a good enough reason for me to actually do it though, because it should be down to me. It'll be my face that's on the internet, it'll be my face that gets taken a piss out of in memes, it'll be my face that's that, you don't want to end up like this guy, you know, if it's going to be. Do I want to be that open and honest in a world where nobody wants to be open and honest anymore? That's the thoughts, isn't it, guys? Like, it's not like I've got fucking skeletons in the closet or anything, but... And then on the other hand, there's a bit of me that's just like, why? What's the point?
Really, what is the point? How the hell in God's earth is this going to help anyone? My sort of own meandering fucking ramblings. Like, what the hell? How's this going to help anyone? How's it going to help me? Because at the minute, all I'm doing is acting like a crazy fool and talking to myself. And as I said earlier, I hear myself enough. Because my thoughts don't ever stop going, and it's always the voices in my head that are pushing me. And it's not like some crazy ass voices. It's not like I've got split personalities or I've got all these voices in my head and shit, but it's just my voice. It's my inner voice that is just constantly poking and prodding me, saying you're not good enough, you ain't never gonna amount to nothing. Why would people fucking better their lives from listening to your shit? What difference are you gonna make to others? And that part of me that's like, yeah, well, the only way to do it is to be honest and be truthful, is also the same bit that's saying to me, well, how honest and truthful is humanity these days? How honest and truthful has it ever been? The more that I start asking these questions and walking this path, the more I'm just hating humanity, people. And I hope that you know, whatever shit it is, that maybe you sit there and make your own comparisons and you think, Jesus, you know, we can all make a difference. Because at least then if one person makes one difference to one person, then another can make another, and so forth. And before you know it, you know, you do make a difference just from one thing. I don't think a lot of the people that have stood up and done something that we now remember for being like monumental or groundbreaking or, you know, iconic individuals, did any of them think at the beginning how influential they would be? You know? Because again, I don't think they were doing it for that. They were just doing it for the fact that they had a passion. And this is that negative down where I'm just like, I don't believe in it. I don't have a passion for it. What's the point? What is the point? Why are people going to tune in to listen to it?
Yeah, so I'm signing off. I mean, it's late. It's 10:28. So, yeah, night all.